Ladies and gentlemen, there have been reports that there is soon going to be an investigation launched in the state of New York and elsewhere because of Kamala Harris, former VP and Democratic presidential nominee, and her votes unconstitutionally, illegally, unlawfully being erased in some states, including in a New York county. Let's get into the new reporting and break down all the legal breaking analysis details in this new reporting that was just released and published by The Economic. Ladies and gentlemen, the article is titled, Kamala Harris Election Results. Was U.S. Elections 2024 rigged? Ex-VP gets 0. Ladies and gentlemen, that's ZERO, 0. Votes in a New York county. And ladies and gentlemen, the article reads, Kamala Harris really get 0 votes in a New York county? A surprising legal challenge to the 2024 election results has gained momentum after official data revealed that Kamala Harris received 0 votes in parts of Rockland County, New York. The lawsuit, now moving forward in court, is raising serious concerns about the accuracy and the integrity of both the presidential and state Senate election results in the area. The case is being led by Smart Legislation, the action arm of the non-partisan group Smart Elections, which focuses on election scrutiny, security, and voting rights. The group is demanding a full hand recount of all ballots cast in Rockland County during the 2024 presidential election to determine whether there were irregularities in vote reporting. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be asking yourselves, well, why did Kamala Harris get 0 votes in parts of New York? Let's break that down and go over it right now. One of the most shocking revelations in the lawsuit is that former Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic presidential candidate in 2024, reportedly received no votes in certain voting districts in Rockland County. The data raised immediate red flags among election observers, prompting calls for a deeper investigation. In District 35, 331 people reportedly voted for Democratic State Senate candidate Kirsten Gillibrand, yet none of those voters appeared to select Harris for president. An unusual pattern given typical party line voting trends. In District 55, 909 voters backed Gillibrand, but only 2 votes were recorded for Harris. These discrepancies have led analysts to question the integrity of the vote counts, such as patterns are statistically unlikely without some form of error or interference. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be asking yourselves, well, what triggered the lawsuit in the 2024 presidential election? Let's go over that right now. The lawsuit was filed by Smart Legislation after multiple voters signed sworn affidavits stating that they voted for independent Senate candidate Diane Sayre, yet her reported vote totals were lower than expected. These testimonies raised doubts about whether all ballots were properly counted. Lulu Frisdet, the founder and executive director of Smart Legislation, emphasized the gravity of the issue. Quote, "There is clear evidence that the Senate results are incorrect, and there are statistical indications that the presidential results are highly unlikely. If the results are incorrect, it is a violation of the constitutional rights of each person who voted," unquote. She stressed the need for a public, transparent hand recount of all ballots to restore public confidence in election outcomes. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be asking yourselves, could the issue result in technical or reporting issues? We're about to go over that right now. Experts say it's possible, but the numbers are hard to ignore. According to Max Bonamonte, a physics and astronomy professor at the University of Alabama in Huntsville, the data, quote, would require extreme sociological or political causes for their explanation, unquote. Bonamonte pointed out that four out of the 5 towns in Rockland County showed statistically improbable results when compared with historical voting data, particularly from the 2020 election. These discrepancies suggest that the current figures may reflect actual voter intent. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be asking yourselves, well now, what is the court's response to the lawsuit of the 2024 election? Let's go over that right now. Judge Rachel Tanguay, Tanguay, of the New York Supreme Court has ordered a full-hand recount in Rockland County, marking a key development in the case. Her ruling signals that the concerns raised are being taken seriously by the judiciary. The court's decision sets the stage for a meticulous, ladies and gentlemen, review of the presidential and state senate ballots, which could potentially alter the reported outcomes in the county and possibly have broader implications depending on what the recount reveals. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be asking yourselves, was the 2024 presidential election rigged? Let's go over that and figure that out in today's, in this paragraph and reporting right now. Despite vital claims and social media speculations, there is no credible evidence that the 2024 election was rigged. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, which monitors election security, confirmed that there were no signs of external tampering or hacking. Additionally, bipartisan audits, paper ballot verification, and local election board reviews have reaffirmed the election results. While it's completely valid for the public to question irregularities, it's important to separate local voting patterns from national election integrity. The claim that Kamala Harris received 0 votes in one New York precinct does not prove fraud. It simply reflects block voting behavior and the influence of hyperlocal political dynamics. Ladies and gentlemen, well, what happens next in the 2024 election case? Let's go over that right now. As the lawsuit progresses, all eyes are on the hand recount process in Rockland County. If the recount shows errors are manipulated, or manipulation in the vote tally, it could lead to further legal challenges in other parts of the state or even the country. The case also raises wider questions about election transparency, vote counting accuracy, and public trust in electoral systems, especially in an era where voting technology is under increasing scrutiny. For now, locals and observers await the results of the recount, which could shed light on whether this was an isolated incident or a sign of deeper systemic issues in the 2024 election process. Ladies and gentlemen, why this case matters. For future elections, let's go over that right now. This lawsuit underscores the importance of election integrity and voter confidence. Even a single case of miscounted ballots can erode public trust in the system. Whether the issue in Rockland County turns out to be a clerical error, a software glitch, or something more, concerning the need for transparency and accountability is critical as we look to future elections, ensuring that every vote is counted accurately and that any anomalies are addressed quickly and fairly will be essential to upholding democracy in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's get to the FAQs. Q1. Why did Harris get 0 votes in Rockland County? In the 2024 election. Let's go over that right now. Usually, voting data triggered concerns over counting errors or reporting issues in Rockland County. Ladies and gentlemen, Q2. What is the 2024 election lawsuit in New York about? let's figure that out in today's legal breaking reporting and video analysis update and breaking news reporting. It challenges vote accuracy and demands a recount after irregular results in Kamala Harris's vote totals. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like that's going to do it for this legal breaking reporting and video analysis update and legal breaking reporting news. Legal breaking news reporting. As always, if you did enjoy this legal breaking news reporting and video analysis update and analysis reporting, please firstly like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy. Secondly, if you want to make sure that you're always up to date on all the things legal breaking reporting wise on the side of politics, please hit the bell icon as well as the all notification option. The bell icon is located directly beneath the screen here on the right hand side of the subscribe button. You guys can also stay up to date on all the things legal breaking reporting wise on the side of politics by following me on my social medias. That'll be linked down below in the video description. I am on Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, as well as TikTok. There you guys will be updated instantly when I upload brand new legal breaking analysis reporting videos and legal breaking reporting videos to the channel. Fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, please help me reach and achieve the goal of 180 plus subscribers. The reason why I'm saying 180 plus subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, is because right after we reach and achieve the goal of 180 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, we have more subscribers to reach and achieve right after we reach and achieve the goal of 180 subscribers. Fifthly, ladies and gentlemen, please stay safe, please stay positive. Even though unfortunately I know it's hard for majority of you to unfortunately stay positive during these unfortunate illegal induced darkness times caused by the illegal unconstitutional Trump administration, Trump regime, and the criminality. And know that justice will prevail eventually correctly on the correct side of the law despite Donald Trump and his illegal unconstitutional administration and regimes, illegal unconstitutional executive orders, actions, and behaviors. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, and always look for the points of light in today's unfortunate illegal induced darkness caused by the illegal unconstitutional Trump administration, Trump regime. And until my next legal breaking reporting, video analysis update, and legal breaking news reporting, please stay positive, please stay safe, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the next legal breaking reporting and breaking news reporting and analysis reporting video.